Okay, so we're going to get started basically with the same layout as the past few weeks here. We're going to do our warm up, then we'll do a lower, upper, and a core, and then our stretch cool down. So for this week, our lower is going to be body weight squats into a hip hinge, a curtsy lunge, and then the same bridge that we did last week. So legs are going to look like this. You can grab a weight if you'd like. I'm going to use a medicine ball. So first one's going to go body weight squat, chest is staying up, hips are going back, and then we're going to hip hinge, deadlift, and come back. Squat, bring that weight down, paint the front of your legs or the inside of your legs with your weight, and back up. That's the first exercise. The second exercise is a curtsy lunge. You can keep your weight or you can put it down. Basically, we're going to step one leg behind and over, and we're going to squat. Step over and down. So this is like you're doing a curtsy, hence curtsy lunge. And the third exercise is our bridge for our inner thigh. So just like last week, we're going to come down to the mat. We're going to bring our feet together instead of apart. We're going to bring them together, bottoms of our feet together. We're going to press our hips up and then down that way. So that is our lower body. Our upper body, we're going to be in our hip hinge position. Knees are slightly bent, hips are going straight back, core is engaged, and we're going to be opening our arms out to the side this way into a T position. So bent over, core is engaged, hamstrings might be a bit activated, glutes are activated. We're going to drive this action with our thumbs. So point those hands outward. We're going to open up to a T, squeeze between the shoulder blades, and come back down. T and back down. I'll show you from the front. T and back down. That's number one. Number two, we're going to do a tricep dip. So if you have a ledge, you can do it off a ledge, but if you don't, you can do it off the floor just as easy. So down to the floor, feet about hip width apart, hands are going under your shoulders with your fingers facing towards your feet. We're going to lift up into a tabletop or just about tabletop position here. And we want to focus on really bending our arms and then coming down more so than lowering our hips. So all the action is coming from our arms rather than just going like that. That's number two. Number three, we're going to make our way back to standing, and we're going to do the mini arm pulses that we did from week one. So pulsing with our arm or with our palms down, then with our palms up, and then front, and then back. Those are the upper body exercises. And the core, we're actually going to start with our standing core today. We're going to start with feet just a bit wider than hip width, almost where you would have your sumo squat. One hand behind our head. You can use, I'll grab a weight here if you want to see what it would be done with a weight, but it would be done exactly the same without the weight. So one hand behind your head, one weight in your other hand. You can have a slight bend in those knees. We're going to crunch and back to the top. Crunch, back to the top. One thing we want to focus on when we're doing the crunch is going up, lifting our ribs up, and then crunching over rather than just crunching our side, because this can then hurt our back and so on. So if you're using the weight, you're going to put the weight on the opposite side of the crunch. So if you're going to crunch this, you're going to have the weight on the other side and vice versa. That's number one. Number two for core tonight is going to be a plank, but we're going to add some shoulder taps. So there's two options to this. You can do it on your feet or on your knees. So number one, on your knees from here, we still want to make a nice straight line from our knees, hips, shoulders, and head. We're going to be here. Turn a bit for you. And we're going to bring one arm up and tap the opposite shoulder. Here we really want to focus on avoiding any hip rock or any hip action. So our core is nice and strong, nice strong base, and we're going to tap the opposite shoulder. Like I said, you can do it on your feet, however, it is more difficult. Same position. You can widen your feet. We're going to tap our shoulder without rocking. And number 3 is a V-sit that we've done before. So just sitting, you can have your heels on the floor, you can have your heels in the air, slight sit back, head, shoulders, hips in one line. And then we're just gonna pulse and hold. So that is core exercise number 3. So time to get ready for our warm-up. Let's get started here. Get our music going. Here we go, starting with our 2 minutes of cardio. Got it, here we go. So jumping jacks, skipping, dancing around, moving your body. Here we go. Good, you can switch it up. Gotta give yourself some variation if you're getting bored. Gotta keep it going. Hope you're getting warm. Moving your arms, moving your legs. Good, less than a minute left. Here we go. Almost there. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rock. Good. Take out those legs if you were jumping. The arm circles going backwards. Right arm. Good, let's go forward. Left arm going all the way back. And let's go forward. So let's get those shoulders only. And let's go forward. Good, let's sweep them across the front. Tap your back. Warming up the pecs as we stretch open. Stretching between our shoulder blades as we cross. Good. Let's do some heads. Right and then left. Let's go right, middle, left, and middle. Good, really getting a nice stretch to the back of the neck. Down to the shoulder even. So let's go up and down. Same time, up and middle, down and middle. Keep it going, up and down. Good. Few more here. So let's go ear down to the shoulder, tilting. Good, this one you might feel all the way into the shoulder. Stretching over, sideways. Good, let's do a half a circle here, starting with your ear drop. Tuck your chin, roll to the other side, and only halfway. Again, draw, and roll halfway. Good. Roll those shoulders back. Let's take those heels back. Stretch the quads, work the hamstrings by lifting the heel up. Good, you get to work the arms too here. Prep us for our exercise later. Let's cross it across the front. Getting our core engaged here. Good, almost there. Both feet on the ground, let's just rotate the trunk. Good, allow your head to follow your body, really get the twist to the spine. Go bring it back in, let's go to 8 bodyweight squats and 8 hip hinges. Let's warm up those legs, warm up the hamstrings, quads, glutes. I love it. Here we go. 8 plus. At your own time. Nice and controlled. Good. Chest is up. Knees are staying over the toes. Feet are either hip width apart or a little bit wider. Good. Once you're done those squats, bring those feet a little bit closer. Let's transition to those hip hinges. Core is engaged, knees are slightly bent, hips are going back and up. Head, shoulders, and hips are in one line. Good, squeezing glutes to the top. Stretch the hamstrings. Almost there. That first exercise is face off both the squats and the hip hinges. We want to make sure it's really warmed up. Good. Give those legs a shake. Grab your weights or your medicine ball or soup can, or if you don't want to use weight either, that's good. Anything will work. So, like I said, we're going to start with the lower. We're going to go into those bodyweight squats into the hip hinge like I showed you before. We're going to do a curtsy lunge, and then we'll go down to the mat for our bridges. So let's get into it. I'm using my ball. Here we go, feet about hip width apart or a little bit wider. Knees are tracking over your toes. Chest is staying up, core is engaged, sitting down and back. Here we go. Squat, come up, hip hinge, knee slightly bent still, and up. Bring that weight back up to your chest, squat, weight down, hip hinge. Good. And hinge. At your own pace, you'll get a little bit more of a stretch through those muscles if you go slower. So here we're stretching the quads if we go down slow. And the hip hinge, we're stretching the hamstrings if we go down slow. Good, keep it going. Good, core still tight. Check yours, pull that belly button into your spine. One more of each. Good, and up to the top. Time for our curtsy lunge. I'm going to put my ball down. So, stepping one leg behind the other, curtsy and lunge. Stepping to the side, curtsy and lunge. Good, our torso is staying nice and upright here. Nicely done, hands to stay in your hips. The knee does not need to go all the way down. Good, well done. Here we're targeting the glutes, targeting the inner thigh, targeting the quad. A little bit of everything. Let's go 2 more each side. Last one. Good, down to the mat for our bridges. Remember, feet together. So we're working the inner thighs more. Hands onto the mat, pushing into the mat. Lift those hips. Squeezing the glutes at the top. Good, keep it going. Squeezing, if this is feeling easy for you, let's lower to a hover and then push right back up. Pushing those hands into the mat, pushing those feet into the mat and into each other. Almost there.
Billboard, baby, do a leap and make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for a dance floor to run on. If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy.
And last one. Here we go. Squeeze and lower. Good, back to standing. Grabbing your weight back. Putting back to those body weight squats or some goblet squats with the hip hinge at the end. Here we go. Feet about hip width apart. Knees tracking over our toes. Torso up nice and tall. Let's squat down. Weight at our chest. Drop the weight. And hinge. And up. Good, if you're using your weights, if you're using 2 of them, they should paint the front of your thighs. If you're using a ball or one weight like I am, your hand should run along the inside of your thigh. So, if you're using 2 weights, hold them here. When you come down, bring them to the front of your legs. Take your legs, and come back. Good, keep it going. My shoes for all the blessings I was chasing. If I ever slip, I fall into a better situation. So catch up. Nicely done. Put some cheese on it, get out and get your bread up. They always leave when you fall, but you run together. Weight of the world on my shoulders, I kept my head up. Now baby, stand almost
up.
There. Core tight, chest is up. Last one. Squat. And hip hinge. Good, and up. Curtsy lunges are next. Here we go, stepping one leg behind, curtsy and lunge. Targeting the glutes, targeting the inner thigh, even getting the quad. If we push that heel, the front heel into the mat, we'll get glutes more. Good, keep it going. Again, torso's up nice and tall. Core is engaged. Good, nicely done. Almost there. Go one more each leg. Good, rest. Let's make our way down to the mat. Ready for our bridges. Feet are together. Hands are on the mat beside you. Here we go, pushing them together into the mat. Push up, extend those hips. And lower. Good, keep it going. Squeezing those glutes to the top and lower. Remember, lowering to a hover. If you want more of a glute work, get the burn going. Good, if you're using your breathing with your work, let's exhale as you push up, inhale as you come down. And breathing out, and in, and out. Okay, let's do 2 more here. You should be feeling it in your inner thighs, feeling it in your glutes. Good, bring those knees together, and rest. So let's grab a sip of water. And then we will get into our upper.
Bring it back.
Don't know about you guys yet, but I've already got a good sweat going on here. Okay, while you get your water, I will go over what the upper body is going to look like again. Upper body, we're doing the bent over T. Here, thumbs are driving the movement, going out, squeezing between the shoulder blades. Number 1. Number 2 is tricep dip down on the mat. Really using our arms, not just dipping our hips. Number 3, we're gonna do the mini pulses. So after we go down for the tricep dip, we'll come back up for the arm pulses and finish them standing. And then we'll do it all over again. So, bent over tees. Getting back into that hip hinge position, feet about hip width apart. Slight bend in those knees. Core is nice and tight, ribs are locked down. We're gonna hinge, head, shoulders, and hips in one line. Thumbs driving the movement. Let's drive and squeeze. And squeeze. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. Squeeze a lemon, squeeze a pencil. If you have a mirror in front of you or around you, you can almost watch your shirt squeeze between. You can bend your elbows, because it might be a little bit uncomfortable just to go straight arm. So bending elbows. Good, keep it going. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. Let's not try to squeeze up in the neck. 2 more here, core tight. Hip hinge is on. Good, and rest. Coming back up. Let's go down for those tricep dips. Setting your feet about hip width apart. Pushing up onto your hands, fingers facing your feet. Tabletop position. Bend at the elbows, not the hips. Bend the elbows and up. Just going as deep as your triceps or even your shoulders allow you. Being nice and gentle. If it's just here and up, let it be it. That's it. We don't want any injury. We don't want pain. Good, nice and slow and controlled.
When I met you in the summer,
almost there.
to my heartbeat
Woo!
sound,
Triceps are on fire. Almost
we fell
there.
in love
Last one.
as the leaves
And come on
turn
down.
brown.
Go back to standing.
And we could be together, baby.
Back to those mini pulses. We're gonna go palms down, palms up, palms forward, palms back. All right? Nice strong base, nice strong core. Arms fully under tension, let's pulse down. Little pulses. Good, nicely done. Good, let's turn those palms up, pulse out. Nice and controlled still. Good, almost there. Core still strong. Just pulse forward. Keep it breathing. Almost there. Good, let's switch the palms to the back. Pushing back. Nicely controlled. Arms are under tension. Shoulder blades are locked down. Only thing moving is your arms from your shoulders. Everything else is nice and still. Good, and bring them down. Roll it out. Let's do those mini arm pulses once more. And then we're going to do all 3 exercises again. Okay? Arms out to the side. Strong core, strong legs, strong shoulders, pulsing down. Good, breathing through. Good, tensions on the arms. Let's put the palms up and pulse up. Nicely done. Shoulders are strong, core is strong. Let's pulse forward. Palms facing front. You can open your hands, grip those fingers. Good, your shoulders might be getting tired. My biceps are getting a little tired from the full arm tension. Facing the back, pulse your arms towards the back. Good, my shoulders are getting tired, almost there. And let's bring them down back. Good, give them a shake. We're going to go into the second set of those, of the all exercises. So we're going to hip hinge, feet about hip width, towards engaged. Bring those elbows down, or bring your hands down. Thumbs are driving the movement. Bend those arms just a bit. Squeeze between the shoulder blades. And squeeze. You can see my shirt wrinkling. I'm squeezing between my shoulder blades. Good. Pretend you've got a pencil in between there. Want to catch it from dropping. Core still engaged here. Have a nice strong base with your legs and your feet gripping the floor. Good, keep it going. Through this, we're working the muscles between our shoulder blades, our rhomboids. Working our lats a bit to keep our arms in control. One more. And down. Good, making our way down to the mat for our tricep dips. If you are using a higher level or a higher base, you still want your hips to be staying up. You don't want them to stay lower than the bench. So if you're here, let's see. My hips are still level with my knees. We don't want this and then this. Hips up and then going down with our arms. If you're using the higher, if not, let's get down to the mat. Feet about hip width. Fingers facing our toes. Up into tabletop. Wrists under shoulders. And let's go. Tricep dip. Nicely controlled. At your own pace, you can control the movement. Your hips will dip naturally as your arms bend, but that's because your torso is lowering. You don't want to see this. No bums dipping all the way down. Biceps are doing all the movement. Good, keep it going. 2 more here. 1 more. Good, and rest. Good, shake those wrists out. If they're sore, put them the opposite way. Back of the hands together, give them a shake. Standing up to do our mini arm pulses. Stable base, core strong, arms are out. Let's pulse down. Good, keep breathing. Our shoulders are locked down. We're keeping our torso nice and strong, which means our lats are engaged. Good, our biceps are going to be engaged. Our triceps are engaged. We're keeping our arms still. Really isolating those shoulder muscles. Good, let's flip the hands up, pulsing up to the ceiling. Good, if you have a mirror in front of you, you should see your arms are fully under tension. Let's go palms to the front, pulsing forward. Nicely done, core still strong here. If you've forgotten, let's lock it back in. Palms to the back, let's push back. Nicely done. Almost there. Breathing through the movement. We've got 1 more round of this after. And bring those arms down. Give those arms a bit of, or shoulders a bit of a squeeze, bit of a shake. We're gonna do those mini arm pulses 1 more time. And then we'll move on to our core. Here we go, arms out, core strong, legs are strong, pulsing down. Shoulders are already feeling it. We just started round 2. Push through. Really work those muscles. Good, palms up, let's push up. Good, arms are under tension. Core strong. Good, palms forward. Good, breathing through. My shoulders are tired. Keep it all intact. Almost there. Palms to the back. Breathing through it. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Give those arms a shake. Give them a bit of a pat, a bit of a smack. Grab your drink of water. Arms are done. Shoulders are done for today. We will use our shoulders a bit in the plank with the tap, but not as much, I promise. Grab your drink. Okay. We're going to start standing for our core. As a reminder, you cannot see me. There we go. If you want, you can grab your weight, side, 2, or a soup can. I wouldn't go too much higher because we're going to do multiple reps. So, feet more than hip width apart. Let's get a slight bend in those knees. One hand is going behind your head. We're crunching towards the bent arm. Up and over. Exercise 1. Exercise 2. Plank with shoulder taps down on the mat. Exercise 3. V-sit. Here we go. Standing. One hand behind our head. Let's crunch. Up and over. Up and over. Lifting the ribs. Almost like you're going up and isolating them. Here we're working the side of the obliques and the side of the core that the weight is on or that the arm is down on, because we're crunching, and we're using this side to bring us back to the top. Good, keep it going. Only as far as you feel it. You don't want to feel it in your back. Good, one more, and then let's switch sides. Other hand behind your head, transfer your weight. Ribs are going up and over. Crunching, crunch. You can use your other hand, bring the elbow down to your hip. Good, using this side of our core to pull us back to our neutral position. Good. Slide in those knees, let's create a strong base. So let's go one more. Bring that down and lifting back up. Good. Down to the mat for our shoulder tap. Like I said, you can do it on your knees or on your feet. I'm going to do mine on my knees since my shoulders are a bit sore already. Still the same work. We're working the core that wraps around, working the front of our core, shoulders a bit, squeezing our glutes to keep our hips stable. Hands are placed under your shoulders. Hips, knees, and shoulders in one line. Nice and controlled here. We're going to lift one hand at a time, crossing and tapping to the opposite shoulder. Trying to stop our hips from rocking. So at your own pace, nicely controlled. If you need to, bring those hands a bit closer together to help create more of a stable tripod. Well done. Pulling that belly button back. Core's engaged here. Shoulders are engaged, glutes engaged. Let's do one more on each side, wherever you are at. And rest. Flipping over to seated position. Ready for our V-sit. Heels are on the floor or heels are in the air. Hinging from our hips backwards this time. Head, shoulders, hips in one line. Belly button's drawn in. Ribs are down. Nice and stable. Let's pulse our arms here. Just a little, not as much as before. Just enough to challenge our balance, challenge our core. Really pulling the belly button in. You should feel your whole core engaged. Bottom to top, we're working lower to upper abdominal. Good, keep it going. Like I said, you can lift your feet. Adds a bit more of a challenge. Here for 10 more. Here we 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Back to standing. Grabbing your weight if you're using one. If not, I will show you what that looks like in this round. Feet are greater, wider than hip width apart. Knees are bent here. One arm's behind the head, other arm is down by the side. We're crunching, bringing that elbow to our hip and pulling back up with the opposite side. And pulling back up. Good, up and over with the ribs. Good, nicely done. Get 2 more here on this side. Good, switching hands. Elbow to hip and back. Making sure our shoulders are still staying facing the front. We're not rotating. Legs are strong. Core is strong. Good, crunching, bringing ourselves back to neutral position. One more. Feel yourself bring this in. Good. Down to the mat for our shoulder taps. Like I said, on your knees or feet. Knees, hips, shoulders in one line. Hands under your shoulders or a little bit closer. Here we go. Nicely controlled. Tapping our opposite shoulder. Heads in line with the body. Belly buttons pulled in. And you're working at your own pace here. Really trying to stop our hips from rocking. We want to avoid all the rocking like this. So reset, core strong, and everything is nice and tense, all in one unit. Everything's working hard here. We have our glutes working for our lower body. We have our shoulders for our upper body. We have our core. One more each side. And rest. Let's flip it over for our last V-set. Then we will get into our stretch. Heels are on the floor or in the air. Light lean back. And here we go, arms are out. You can hold here, you can pulse here. Pulsing adds a little bit extra of a balance, challenge. So that's up to you. If you feel like you need a little bit more, by all means, go ahead. Belly buttons pulled in, working full core, bottom to top. If you need more, you can lean back, but still keeping head, shoulders, hips in line. Breathing through it here, even though everything's engaged. Almost there. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Grab your water if you would like. We are going to make our way into our stretching. So, you can take your shoes off if you would like. And we are going to start standing like we usually do. I'm just going to switch over our playlist here for us. And then we will be ready. Let's see. Here we go.
Maybe I'm just wishful drinking. Give my heart something to sink in.
Good, you've had your water. We're going to start a bit of a cool down and stretch here. Let's start, bring our arms up in the air, breathing in. Breathing out as your arms come down. And breathing in. And breathing out. Keep it going.
But I'm feeling like I'm stuck on rewind. Throwing them back like I got nothing to lose.
Bringing those arms back down to our side. Let's reach up and over, stretching through the side of our body. You can use your other arm to support yourself. You can reach through, up to the top, and let's go the other side. Up and over. Good, come on back. Let's stretch the head here. Ear down to the shoulder, or stretch the neck, sorry. Good, if you want more, you can flex at the hands. Let's turn and look towards our shoulder. Drop that chin, let's look towards the armpit. Good, back up to the middle. Let's go to the other side. Left ear down to your shoulder. Or right, whichever one you did first. Good, let's turn your nose towards your shoulder. Doing a nice stretch here. Good, drop that chin. Let's go more towards your armpit. Like I said, you can flex your hand if you would like more. And coming back up. Let's stretch our quads. If you have something to hold on to, you can use that. If not, grabbing your foot. Grab your foot, bringing it up, keeping our knees in line with each other. We're not back, we're not forward. Right in line. Knees are pretty well together. Nice and strong here. If you want a deeper stretch, push your foot down into your hand, almost as if you're trying to lower your foot. So let's put that foot down. Other side. Lifting it up. Grabbing on, or you can use your yoga strap or belt. Either works. Knees are coming close together, parallel to each other. Stretching through the quad. You might get a stretch in the front of the hip. You push your hips forward a bit. Good. Noticing your breathing starting to slow down here.
The way your head is
good. We're going to go into a forward fold here. You can hinge or you can roll from top of your spine all the way down. As you come down, you're coming to where you're comfortable. If that's hands on the shin, that's hands on the shin tonight. If that's hands all the way on the floor, great. That's up to you. Stretching for comfort, not for pain. Let's pedal out the feet a little bit, bending one knee with the other stretch, and then switch. You can sit back into that straight leg a bit, feel the stretch in your glutes and to the outside of your thigh, as well as through your hamstrings. So coming back to middle, both legs stretch. We're going to do a halfway lift with a flat back. Hands are coming up just to by your knees. Flat back and back down. Bend those knees a little bit and stretch. One more halfway lift, flat back and all the way down. Bend those knees, soft roll up. Good, we're going to move the feet almost into a single top position, a bit wider. Let's turn those feet towards the front, stretching down to one, bending one leg into a lateral lunge, stretching the inner thigh that we worked through our curtsy lunges tonight and through our bridges with our feet together, which is called the adductor lunge. Your adductors are your inner thigh muscles. Good, for more, let's turn out those toes on the straight leg.
butterflies can't stop me falling for you.
Coming back to the middle,
And darling,
other side.
this is more than anything
Toes are turned out
I
for more
felt
stretch.
before. You're everything that I want, but I didn't think I'd find someone who was worth the
One more, back to the other side. If you're finding it's too much extension on your knee, lift the toes, flex the foot.
Come close, let me be home.
Back to the middle, other side last time.
Anything good or bad, I know it's worth
Flexing your feet might give you even a deeper stretch in the inner thigh there. Good, back to the middle, coming up. We'll bring those feet together. Clasp those hands in front. Let's push, stretch through the shoulder blades. We work between our shoulder blades and in our back, in our bent over T's. So stretching through, dropping your chin. Good, hands down. Let's clasp behind and stretch. Lifting our chin up to the sky, stretching through our chest, stretching our neck, extensors.
And she got older, and it all changed. There was no time for make-believe, and all the magic
Good, roll the shoulders back. Let's make our way down to the mat.
the light in her eyes, it was all but gone.
Find yourself in a seated position.
All the dreams that she had
Feet
turned
together.
out to be wrong.
Let's go into our butterfly stretch here. This is also a stretch for the inner thighs. Hands are around the ankles or on the knees to help you push them down. And try to let those hips relax here. If you have a yoga block or if you have pillows, you can put them under for support. Good, once you're ready, let's lean forward. Let's get a bit more of a deeper stretch here.
Yeah, keep your head up.
You can use your elbows to push your knees down.
Well, now she's grown up, works at a bar. She traded makeshift gowns for serving rounds from sunrise.
Good, coming back up. Let's do our single leg hamstring stretch. Right leg stretched out, left foot to the inner thigh, and let's lean forward over it.
Still not prepared to make it on her own. And now the light in her eyes, it's now all but
Breathing
gone.
through your stretch.
'Cause all the dreams that she had turned out to be wrong.
Allowing your muscles to try to relax
So keep your
here.
head up, princess, for your crown falls. Know these voices in your head will be your downfall. I know it gets so hard, but you don't got far to go.
Good, and come on back up to the top.
Princess, it's a long
Let's use that
road,
left
and
leg,
the
cross
path
it
leads
over
right to
the
where they
right.
won't go. I know it
Bringing
hurts
your
right
right
now,
arm
but I know
to bring
you'll
your left
make
arm
it
or left leg
home.
close to your body. Put
So
your left
keep
hand
your
behind you.
head up.
Let's lift up and twist. Stretch through
Yeah,
those
keep your
glutes.
head up.
A nice rotation through the spine.
One day you'll find your way back to the start. One day you'll live in your
Good, bring it back to the middle. Let's switch our legs. Left leg out, right leg, or right foot to your inner thigh. And let's fold over that left leg.
So keep your head up, princess, for your crown falls. Know these voices in your head will be your downfall. I know
Good,
it
breathing
gets
into
so
your
hard,
stretch.
but you
If it's
don't
starting
got
to
far
relax
to
on your next
go.
exhale, let's
Yeah, keep your head
stretch a
up,
little bit
princess, it's a
deeper.
long road, and the path leads right to where they won't go. I know it hurts right now, but I know you'll make it home. So keep your head up.
Good, and come on back up to the top. Let's cross that
Yeah,
right
keep your
foot
head
over the
up.
left leg. Left arm's wrapping around your right leg. Placing your hand behind and twist. Stretching the glutes, rotating the spine. And still focusing on your breathing.
Darling, just dry your eyes.
eyes, it'll be alright. Just look to the sky now. Gonna lay here
So
in
let's bring
my
those both
arms. I
legs
can
stretched out
feel
front.
your
Stretch
heart
over both
come
of
by
both of
side
them.
now. Now I'll handle your fears for you, cry your tears for you. When the rain keeps falling down, I'm standing right here.
Drop your chin.
When the rain keeps
Feel that stretch through the back of your neck and through your back.
When trouble wrecks your heart and the world's gone dark and your soul is black and blue, we still got love to give.
So come on up, let's make our way onto our back. Let's bring that right knee into your chest.
Oh, you can pray for me, I'm gonna pray for you. And even when it hurts, baby, I'll be brave for you.
Pull it out to your armpit a little bit. Let's open up that hip and bring it across your body. Nice stretch to the low back, nice stretch to the spine. Right shoulder still flat. Head to turn to the right.
I'll do what it takes to see you smiling. No mountain that I wouldn't climb for you. I will rise for you to your heart's
Back onto your back. Cross that right foot over our left knee. Figure 4. Hands are threading through. We're using your yoga strap around your knee. You're going to pull your leg in. So pull it just that little bit closer if you're getting comfortable. If not, if it's still tight, just leave it right where it is. Breathing through it. Good. Place that left leg on the mat. Extend your right leg up to the air. Let's stretch that hamstring one more time. Let's work our ankle here a little bit. We're going to point our foot, allowing the top of our foot to get a stretch in through the front of our shin. And then we're going to flex, getting a stretch through our calf. Point your foot, stretch to the front, and flex and stretch to the calf. A few more here. Point and flex. One more. And flex. So let's place it on the mat. Stretch it out. Bring that left knee into your body. Let it fall out to your armpit a little bit. Open up the hip. Bring it across the body. Twist your spine. Left shoulder staying on the mat. Left knee is trying to drop to the mat. Really get a deep spinal twist here.
Oh no, I'm straight in at the deep end. It was just a quiet drink with my friends. My God, I even chose a place you wouldn't be seen.
Good. Back onto your back. We're going to go into a figure 4. Left foot's crossing over our right knee. Hands through. Thread the needle using your yoga strap, whichever you're using. Pull that in. Stretch through the glutes.
Let her go, maybe she'll come back. Everyone's giving me advice to move on.
If you're comfortable here, you can close your eyes. Focus on your breathing, help that muscle relax. You might feel it in your hamstring a bit. If you feel comfortable, bring that knee in just a bit closer to your body, or push the opposite knee out with your elbow. Good, let's plant that right foot down to the mat, stretching the left leg up into the air. Stretch that hamstring. Right now you can leave your foot relaxed.
Need you like the rhythm, needs the blues. Not embarrassed to say I'm down.
Good. Bring your leg back to neutral position up so you're not pulling it in. Stretch. So let's point and flex our foot. So let's point, stretch the front of our, we're going to stretch to the front of our ankle, flex, stretching through the calf. And point and stretch. Flex. And point, stretch to the front of your ankle, and flex. And last one, point. All the way through your foot, flex the toes, flex the heel, go bring it back down. Stretch both legs out, both arms above your head, full body stretch. Reaching towards opposite walls. Good, and relax, let your body rest on the mat. Once more, reaching arms and legs to opposite walls. Here we go, stretching up. Lengthen our body. And relax. Good, let's roll onto your stomach. Good, so let's go into the cobra on your elbows or hands. Go into a little bit of spine extension here. Wherever you're comfortable. Stretching through the front of your core here. Feel it really focus on lifting your belly. You can lift your chin and get the stretch to the front of your neck. And lower back down to the mat. We're going to do that one more time. Exhale and let's push up into a cobra.
How was I
Chin,
to know?
bending through your
It's a
stomach, stretching to the
crazy
core.
thing. I showed you my hand, and you still let me win.
Good. Transition down to your hands and knees.
This was meant to be.
We're going to do some cat-cows here.
The road that was broken,
Arching your back, looking up to the sky, stretching to the front of our core like we just did in our cobra. And then we're going to tuck under, tuck your chin, stretch to the shoulder blades, stretch to the back. Keep going at your own pace here. Good. Really getting the motion through every vertebrae in your back.
The Joker and the Queen.
I've been played
Good.
before.
Pushing up extra through between those shoulder
If you
blades.
hadn't guessed. So I kept my cards close to my foolproof vest.
Good.
But
Sitting
you
back onto your
called
feet
my
here.
bluff.
We're just going
Saw
to
through all my tells.
stretch our shoulders out. Bring one arm across
Then
our
we
body.
went all
Stretch
in.
through our deltoids.
We left together.
These might be sore from those pulses.
I know you think that what makes
Good. Let's
a
stretch our
king
triceps up and over.
is gold. A palace
Definitely feel this one from the
wings when
tricep dip.
I fold.
These two exercises are always a good option the next day if you find yourself sore and just need a gentle stretch.
The Joker and the Queen.
Good, bringing them down. Other side, left arm across the body, using your right arm to pull it and support it. Good, bring that arm down. Let's go up and over for our tricep.
And I know you could fall for 1,000
Good.
kings.
Here on our knees, we're going to open up our knees, bring our feet together. Let's go into a child's pose. Arms stretched out in front. Few breaths here.
The Joker and the Queen.
So let's walk our hands to the right, getting a stretch to the left side of our body. And walk it to the left. Stretch to the right side. This one you might feel in your side core, your obliques. You might feel it in your lat, under your shoulders. Hands back to the middle and walk yourself up to a seated position. Wherever you're comfortable, hands can rest over your knees, can rest on your chest and your belly to feel yourself breathe. Close your eyes here. Let's take 2 deep breaths together, breathing in and out. And again, breathing in and out. Good. Taking a minute to recognize how your body's feeling. If anything feels tight, maybe we'll stretch that again tomorrow. Giving it a little bit of extra love and care. One more deep breath. And exhale. Good. That is it for today. Thank you for joining and enjoy your weekend.